Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty significant happening in UK defense. It's a new initiative focused on, well, sharpening the UK's military edge using some advanced tech. We're working off a recent announcement from EON Reality.
That's right. They're talking about spatial AI and extended reality, VR, AR, to really speed up skills development for the armed forces for, well, modern challenges.
And this isn't happening in a vacuum, is it? The UK already invests heavily.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking around, what, 58.3 billion a year, over 2% of GDP. You see it in the big hardware programs, the Type 26 frigates, the new Dreadnought subs.
The Tempest fighter program, too.
Exactly. And underpinning a lot of this is the drive towards multi-domain integration, MDI, getting everything working together seamlessly.
Okay, so you've got the cutting-edge kit, the MDI strategy. But this EON Reality announcement seems to pinpoint a real issue.
The gap.
The skills gap, yeah, between having this amazing complex technology and, well, having the people fully trained up to operate it effectively.
Yeah.
Think about just the digital complexity, right? All the data flooding in from sensors. Coordinating across all those domains, land, sea, air, cyber, space, plus working with AI, it's a lot.
It really is. And that's where traditional training methods are, let's say, starting to show their limits.
How so?
Well, they can be slow, tech moves fast, training needs to keep up, especially at scale. Then there's safety, some procedures you just can't practice easily or safely on live kit.
Especially thinking about things like nuclear procedures maybe, though obviously sensitive.
Right, or just very high cost, high risk operations. And cost itself is a factor. Traditional training can be expensive. Plus, critically, do these older methods really build the MDI and human AI teaming skills needed now? Probably not fully.
So that sets the stage perfectly. Our mission today is really to unpack this EON Reality initiative, the AI Academy for Defense UK Integrated Force Track. How does it plan to bridge that gap? What could it mean?
Okay, so the heart of it is this AI Academy, built on their EON and XR platform using spatial AI and XR.
Right, and you mentioned spatial AI. One feature sounds really interesting, the text-to-XR capability. What exactly is that?
Yeah, this could be a bit of a game changer. Imagine taking, say, a dense UK technical manual for a piece of kit or maybe a giant service publication, a JSP setting out doctrine, and feeding that text into the system. And then, they claim, under 80 seconds, it generates an interactive 3D XR learning experience based on that text.
Wow. Okay, less than 2 minutes from a manual to an interactive 3D simulation.
That's the idea. It means you can create highly relevant UK-specific training content incredibly quickly, directly from the source materials.
Yeah, that sounds powerful. So instead of just reading, you're interacting with a virtual model built from the official specs.
Exactly. And the Specialized AI Academy for Defense UK Integrated Force Track then uses these capabilities.
How does that work in practice?
It combines these XR simulations. They give examples like Type 26 anti-submarine warfare ops, or practicing cross-domain coordination, maybe even exploring concepts for the future Tempest system.
Right.
It combines those with AI-driven personalized learning. So the training adapts to you, focuses where you need help. They also mention potentially aligning this with UK standards like SFIA for IT skills, maybe through micro-credentials. So you get formal recognition.
Okay, interesting. The announcement also mentioned something called the EON Career Guide and Compass. Is that part of the same training system?
It's related, but maybe broader. It sounds like AI tools to help personnel, maybe even service leavers, transitioning out, look at career options within defense.
Ah, I see. Like skills mapping?
Sort of, yeah. Assessing skills they already have, cyber MDI staff work, whatever it might be, and then suggesting learning pathways to get them where they want to go.
And this is all built on a new curriculum, the AI-era UK military curriculum.
That's the foundation. And crucially, they say it's being developed with UK military experts and industry partners.
So it's tailored.
Very tailored. The focus isn't just how to use this button. It's about understanding multi-domain operations, analyzing data from UK ISR assets intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance learning, effective human-machine teaming in a UK context, and, importantly, the ethical side of using AI in defense.
So the big picture is hyper-realistic virtual training, specifically for UK needs, UK allies, NATO commitments, and they claim it accelerates learning up to 4x faster.
That's the headline figure, yes. Potentially learning complex skills 4 times faster than traditional methods. That could be a major strategic advantage if it pans out.
Now, this isn't just EON Reality doing this alone, right? You mentioned collaboration.
No, absolutely not. The framework relies heavily on partnerships with key UK players.
Okay, like who? They mentioned the MOND, Strategic Command, DENS, the big government and military bodies.
Right. Their role is strategic direction, making sure it aligns with defense goals. Also setting the security requirements, crucial stuff, like ListX compliance for handling classified material potentially. And critically, validating the training against UK doctrine, the JDPs, and integrating it with wider efforts like Defense Digital.
Makes sense. Then you have the training institutions themselves, like the Defense Academy.
Yes, places like the Defense Academy, single service training schools, academic partners. They'd likely be deployment hubs, integrating this XRAI approach into existing courses. They bring the educational expertise, the instructional design know-how, ensuring it actually teaches effectively for UK needs.
And UK defense industry is involved too. BAE Systems, Babcock, ConnectQ, Rolls-Royce, MBDA.
Essential partners. They're the ones building the platforms, the Type 26, Tempest concepts, Challenger 3. So they help define the exact skills needed. They can validate the digital twins, the virtual models, provide subject matter experts.
And help with personnel moving between military and industry too, I suppose.
That's mentioned as well, yeah. Supporting that transition.
And how is this actually rolled out? Securely, I imagine.
Security is paramount, clearly. They talk about flexible deployment options, all compliant with mod security needs. That can mean secure cloud, maybe on-premises installations at bases.
Or dedicated centers.
Potentially dedicated AI academy centers near major bases. They mentioned Portsmouth, Fastlane, Coningsby, Catterick's possibilities. Integration within the Defense Academy. Even mobile XR units for training out in the field, and train the trainer program so UK personnel become the experts.
Okay, so quite a comprehensive approach. Let's zoom out again. If this all comes together, what are the big wins? What are the key benefits for UK defense?
Well, the first big one is that accelerated capability we talked about. If you can genuinely cut training time by, say, up to 60% for complex kit.
Like the Type 26 or Dreadnought crews, or getting people ready for Tempest concepts?
Exactly. And master those skills up to 4x faster. That means getting capable people to the front line much, much quicker.
That speed seems absolutely vital today. What else?
Enhanced MDI, multi-domain integration. This kind of training lets people practice cross-domain coordination in realistic virtual scenarios. That directly supports Strategic Command's whole integration push.
Better skills, too, presumably. Higher pass rates, better retention?
They're projecting high first-time pass rates over 95% and significantly better knowledge retention, maybe over 75%. People just remember things better when they've done them, even virtually.
And safety, of course. Practicing dangerous procedures without risk.
Huge benefit. Absolute safety for high-consequence stuff, naval, air ops, within secure environments for classified training, obviously.
And the cost angle.
Potentially significant savings. They estimate up to 65% reduction in the whole life cost of training. That frees up resources.
It's also about future-proofing the force, isn't it? Preparing for AI.
Precisely. Building an AI-ready force. People comfortable working with AI, using data for decisions. This isn't just about today's tech. It's about being ready for tomorrow's. And that strengthens the UK's role in NATO, improves interoperability.
Can you give us a few more concrete examples? How might this actually look for different roles?
Sure. So for the Navy's Type 26 or Dreadnought crews, non-nuclear aspects, obviously they could be training on virtual bridges, in operations rooms, practicing combat system procedures, sonar analysis, weapons drills, damage control, with AI possibly modeling how these complex systems behave.
And for Tempest, that's still largely conceptual.
Right. So the AI here could help visualize the concepts. Training could focus on human-AI teaming principles, managing autonomous systems, understanding the massive data flows expected in that 6th-gen environment. It lets people engage with the ideas long before the metal exists.
What about coordinating operations, the MDI piece?
You could run complex scenarios for Strategic Command staff, simulating an incident requiring coordinated action across all domains, land, sea, air, space, cyber. The AI could generate dynamic challenges, force decision-making under pressure.
And on land. Challenger 3, Boxer.
Similar idea. Training on their new digital systems, networked ops, advanced diagnostics, and maintenance. Here, the AI text to XR could be used to turn complex maintenance manuals directly into augmented reality guides.
So a technician wearing AR glasses could see instructions overlaid on the actual equipment.
Potentially, yes. Linked perhaps to logistics systems, too. Other examples include RAF aircrew procedures on Typhoon or F-35, protector drone ops, cyber training and virtual ranges for the National Cyber Force, even complex mission rehearsals for Royal Marines commandos.
Lots of potential applications. Dan Lajerskar, EON's chairman, had a quote in the announcement. What was his main message?
He really tied it into the UK's integrated review refresh, which stressed the need for a more integrated, technologically advanced force. He positioned EON's ACT platform as a direct answer to that, a tool to accelerate that multi-domain expertise, master complex platforms like Type 26 and Tempest concepts much faster using that 4x figure again.
And he touched on the practicalities, too.
Yeah, he emphasized it being secure, cost-effective, providing realistic training, and ultimately delivering an AI-ready workforce to maintain the UK's operational edge within NATO and globally.
Okay. So, pulling this all together, EON Reality's pitch here is that Spatial AI and XR offer a fundamentally different, potentially much better way for the UK MOD to train its people.
Right. Faster learning, deeper skills, better safety, lower costs. That's the promise.
Right.
Addressing the complexities of modern warfare and these incredibly advanced new technologies head on.
It really seems focused on equipping the forces with those crucial AI-era skills, making MDI a reality, and just ensuring the UK can deploy effectively and contribute fully alongside allies like NATO.
That's the core objective, yes.
Yeah.
Strengthening that global readiness and contribution.
You know, thinking about this, it really makes you wonder about the wider implications beyond defense. If you can genuinely take complex text, manuals, procedures, and turn them into interactive, immersive learning experiences almost instantly, how could that reshape education or professional development in other fields? Medicine, engineering, complex manufacturing. What possibilities does that kind of rapid knowledge transfer unlock for you listening in your own line of work or areas you're interested in?
It's a fascinating thought. And you can certainly explore more on this topic by checking out our other discussions and the EON XR Spoken blog.
It definitely ties back to EON Reality's broader mission. They often talk about making knowledge available, transferable, accessible globally, using these AI and VRR tools. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.